right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first edition of Pete's Puck Talk via podcast. That's a lot of P alliteration. All right, let's get into it. The first series I want to look at is starting on Wednesday night. We've got Nashville going against Colorado, the number one seed Nashville going against the second wild card team in Colorado. Colorado didn't make the playoffs last year. And Nashville, of course, we remember, made it to the Stanley Cup Finals and lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I don't see this going well for Colorado. Colorado was a good team throughout the year, but they were kind of shaky at times. They weren't consistent. Nathan McKinnon was a beast all year, but Nashville has a team that is solid now. They're solid all the way up the middle. Nick Bonino was a great addition over the summer. Kyle Turris was a great addition early in the season. They've really solidified their team, and their defense is just unreal. So I don't see this going well for Colorado. I see Nashville probably taking this whole series in probably 4 games. All right, the second series I want to look at is the red-hot Winnipeg Jets taking on the Minnesota Wild, Hockey Town. That is the real Hockey Town in my eyes. Screw you, Detroit. Minnesota is going against Winnipeg. They're the 2 and 3 seeds in the Central. It's going to be a really tough series, I think, for Minnesota. I think Winnipeg just has too much firepower. Minnesota's gotten a lot of production from Eric Staal this season, but their defense is lacked at times. Their goaltending is lacked at times. Winnipeg has Connor Hellebuck, Vezina Trophy candidate. Patrick Laine is looking absolutely beastly this season. Probably going to be challenging Ovechkin for the next few years for the Rocket Richard. Yeah, I'm just a big fan of Winnipeg's. I love seeing them in the playoffs. They always do the whiteouts, and they're just a rocking crowd. And it's going to be a really fun series with those two cities so entrenched in the hockey culture. It's gonna be a really fun series, but I do see Winnipeg taking this in probably 6 games. I just see their offense being too much to handle for Minnesota. All right, the third series. This one is really exciting. Who the hell thought Las Vegas was gonna make it into the playoffs their first year? Nonetheless, be the first seed. Like, that's unreal. And so they're going to be taking on the Los Angeles Kings, the perennial cup winners. They've already won 2 cups. They've got possibly another one coming. Let's hope not, because I have another team that I hope wins. But this series is going to be insane. Vegas versus Los Angeles. They're right near each other. The Vegas Golden Knights are going to be experiencing the playoffs for the first time against a worthy opponent. The Los Angeles Kings know what they're doing. They have a lot of guys left over from the Cup team still. They're going to be a tough team to play against. I don't see Vegas beating them, but who the hell saw them making it this far anyways? So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Vegas takes it in 7. That's ballsy. That's ballsy. All right, so the fourth series that I want to take a look at that's starting on Wednesday is the Anaheim-San Jose series. That's the interstate rivalry that I'm really looking forward to. I love these two teams. They're both big. They're both hard to play against. They both got really tough scorers. Jumbo Joe's not what he used to be, but Pavelski and Couture, they're red hot still. I love Brent Burns. But Anaheim does have a lot of bigger guys. I don't know. I just feel like this could be a toss-up too. This could be a 7-gamer. Yeah, but I'm gonna go with Anaheim on this one. I think Anaheim is just a more deep team. They've got some really good leaders there in Getzlaf and Perry, and I see, and Kessler too. And I just see them. I don't remember what the series was in the regular season between them, but I have a feeling that Anaheim is going to show up in the playoffs and knock San Jose out in the first round in 7. And moving on to Thursday's doc, we've got 4 games as well, starting with Toronto and Boston. Thank God we won the division, because I did not want to play Toronto. Toronto matches up really well against us. They're a similar type team. I think they're going to be a lot to handle for Boston. Boston's been struggling lately. They've been giving up the first goal a lot. And but they do play well from behind. They've got a lot of young kids who just believe in themselves. So, but I think the playoffs will be a bit of a rude awakening for them, hopefully. And I don't think the age of guys like Chara will be able to stop the fast young talent that Toronto brings to the table. So I'm gonna hope that Toronto takes this series in 7 against Boston. Moving on to the Metro Division, Washington will be taking on Columbus. Washington won the Metro Division, and they will be taking on the first wild card in Columbus. And I don't see this being a good matchup for Columbus, even though they've been playing well down the stretch here. Washington just has too much firepower in my eyes. Their goaltending is a question mark right now. I hear that Grubauer is going to get the start over Holtby. Don't know why that's going to happen, considering Holtby has been a Vezina candidate the past few years, but good on you. But yeah, I do see Washington taking this eventually, probably in about 6 games. Columbus is going to put up a fight. They do have some scrappers there. John Tortorella is a great coach. He knows how to coach through the playoffs very well. So it should be a good matchup. Looking forward to that one. But the matchup that I'm really looking forward to is Pittsburgh versus Philly. That is the interstate rival that everyone loves to watch. It's always a good time when you see these two teams go at it. Of course, you've got the perennial Cup winners, the 2-time back-to-back champions in the Pittsburgh Penguins, and then we have the Philadelphia Flyers, who are kind of a Cinderella story. They made it into the playoffs. They kind of struggled all season a little bit, but they hung in there. And Claude Giroux has been a beast, so it'll be interesting to see Giroux go up against Crosby. And but I just think Pittsburgh has too much firepower with Malkin, Kessel, just everybody over there is, I think they really want to three-peat. So I don't see Philadelphia getting past the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round. I do see it going maybe 6 games. So yeah, Pittsburgh probably going to move on to the next round, but I think Washington will probably take them out finally in the second round. Which leaves us with our last game, Tampa Bay versus New Jersey. This is a kind of a fun one for me. My sister's boyfriend is a New Jersey Devils fan, so we've got a little bit of a rivalry going there, a little bit of trash talking back and forth. It'll be fun. But yeah, the New Jersey Devils, what a story for Taylor Hall. Just unbelievable. He had that crazy point streak this year. I think it was like 27 games consecutively with a point, even though he was injured in between there. But he did play 27 games with a point consecutively. They just had a really good season, like an unexpected season. They got my boy Brian Boyle over there. They've got Nico Hischier, the rookie. They've just got a lot of guys that showed up early, especially early in the season. They had some rookies who were just playing unbelievably for them. But they learned how to play down the stretch, and they got points where they needed it, and we'll be playing them in the first round. I don't see them getting past us, unfortunately. I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm not saying that it's a shoe-in, but I don't see them just competing with us very well. They have some offensive power, but I think if we can shut down Taylor Hall, I think if we can shut down the rookie Nico Hischier, we'll be all right. Their defense isn't that great. I think we'll be able to play around their style, and I think our goaltending is just going to be way better than theirs, unfortunately for them. My prediction for the series: Bolts send the Devils back to hell or Newark in 5 games. All right, so that'll do it. That's my preview for the round 1 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Hopefully we'll be able to do another one come the second round. Hopefully I won't be in a bad mood from being exited early, and the Tampa Bay Lightning can make a run towards the Stanley Cup. Thanks for joining me for this first podcast episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope to be doing more of these in the future. Thanks for listening, and go Bolts.